Was a really interesting place. Now, that was from sort of the insider's perspective of Chavez Ravine, but from the outside, most Angelenos who saw Chavez Ravine saw it as sort of urban blight. You have to kind of know the context of what was happening in the 1940s and 50s. And in that time period, after World War II, there was an extreme housing shortage across the United States as soldiers came back from war and were really looking to settle down. And so they wanted to have families, but there was just not enough housing stock in the United States. And so in 1949, the federal government passed something called the Federal Housing Act, which actually gave contracts to local cities, municipalities like Los Angeles, who wanted to build affordable housing for working class folks. And this was in a particular need because that type of housing was really dilapidated in a lot of places, a lot of cities. So this was not just something that was going on in Los Angeles, it was going on across the nation itself. It happened in San Francisco, in Atlanta, in all sorts of cities. And here in Los Angeles, what that usually meant was moving people out of poor neighborhoods where it was seen as the buildings were dangerous because they were old. These neighborhoods like Chavez Ravine where the housing stock was much older. And so the original plan by the city of Los Angeles was to move the people out and actually build affordable housing in that region.
My name is AJ Fernandez. I go to Cathedral High School and I play baseball for the Phantoms. It used to be Chavez Ravine, just like a local neighborhood, and I know that they kind of tore everything down, and then they put everything right here, all the rubbish, they buried it right here. It used to be a landfill, and they put a field over it and it's kind of sinking.
Actually, I'm a fan of all baseball, but the Dodgers are number one. And I think it's reason because I brought this radio along. They give away little giveaways, you know, at the stadium and whatnot. And this is one from 1959 that they happen to have. And when I was a kid, you guys, you know, they didn't have digital or all that stuff. They had little transistor radios like this. And I remember, you know, I was supposed to go to bed at night, but you didn't really want to. And the games are on late and stuff like that. So I'd be under the covers hiding out with the transistor radio in my ear, listening to the Dodgers and Vince Scully. They wanted to move teams to the West Coast, and it was a new market, a big city, and that's why they moved here. And I think they do a lot of positive things from the community service standpoint, the team does, and the players.
Yeah, I think it brought a lot of different sports and a lot of local figures to help out like the kids of Los Angeles and stuff.
There was a referendum held, and whether or not they were going to bring in Dodger Stadium or not, and that referendum actually won by a mere 3 percentage points, so it was a very close vote. But once that was cleared, then the city went in and evicted the remaining people who were there, that were the last remaining people who were kind of standing against what was happening. And they cleared them out in 1959, and that was pretty much it. That was the last bit of resistance against this, and then they cleared everything away and started to build Dodger Stadium, and it was completed, I think opened in 1962.
And I think even little things, you know, nowadays most stadiums don't have an organist, but I think it's pretty cool if they play me out to the ball game with full organ going and stuff. That's really pretty neat, you know. And then when you're even in the parking lot, when you look back at the city, it's really nice, the lights and stuff. When you're going in your car, when you're leaving, you know, it's really cool. I like to go with people, socialize, both business and friends, and it's really a great place to talk, get to know someone and stuff like that. There's enough time that you can actually have a conversation with someone, get to know someone.